Good morning, good evening, depending on your time zone. Trust you're getting on well. Of course, we are once again live and direct. Today being Sunday afternoon here from Lagos, Nigeria. Trust you're getting on well. We are here to discuss the latest happenings and development regarding issues of importance as it borders on the existence of humanity and, of course, the current realities ravaging the Nigerian country. Of course, Nigerian state appears to be in the state of despondency, in the state of motionless, owing to the fact that the hunger and the economic mishaps is now biting harder on the masses of this country, and people are no longer happy with the system and the development, of course, of events of most recent times. People finding it very difficult to survive and making life more unbearable for Nigerians, indulging in several criminalities and vices in order to survive. Of course, the hardship and the economic has going on within Nigeria. Of course, several personalities or group of persons have expressed concern over the continued abysmal decline of the state of Nigeria in terms of insecurity and, of course, economic buhahas, e- e- economic somersaulting, which have brought about more poverty to different households within the Nigeria, despite several trillions of naira expended just to procure foods. Nigerians are wallowing in abject poverty, and this have informed, of course, the position of some persons or group of persons to embark on nationwide strike. Comes 1st of August, that's just away from here. About next week, this is after next week, of course, the upper week, Thursday, the 1st of August, Nigerians have vowed to hit the streets of Nigeria in protest and a show of no confidence over the administration of Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Of most recent, we've heard about Sheikh Gumi, one of the popular clerics within the Northern Hemisphere, have vowed to, of course, mobilize the entire Northern Hemisphere towards this nation or mass protest that is very quite disturbing, that some have questioned the tenacity or perhaps the integrity of Gumi to lead such protests, even in a moment like this. Well, beside that, the recent developments have revealed that on Ononuga, Tinubu's spokesperson, have accused Labour Party presidential aspirant 2023 being responsible and behind this mass planned protest, and have threatened, of course, to arrest him any moment from now. P2B will be under the webs, of course, of perhaps the DSS or other security operatives that have been keeping watch over issues and events as they continue to unfold. Even Pat Utomi has also been accused of treason, planning to scuttle the administration or the government of Ahmed Bola Tinubu. But these are mere allegations without any, of course, evidence to this. And people begin to ask, is P2B, of course, the problem of Nigeria? Is P2B the president of Nigeria? Is P2B the one masterminding, of course, or rolling out economic policies and monetary policies that have somersaulted? Why should P2B be held responsible for a crime he never committed or intended to commit, as some argues? And of course, Professor Pat Utomi and a celebrated economist have also been indicted, perhaps because of his strong position on uh, reviving the economy. But the Tinubu administration seems to have fared very woefully and clearly as the days go by. All his policies and monetary policies of fiscal policy seems to have failed. Whatever attempt he makes, of course, leads to another blunder or somersaulting, and he is still promising to solve the issue of poverty. Because in the days of Buhari, an international satisfied body came up with a finding or statistics that over 133 million Nigerians were living below poverty line. That was during Buhari's time. We have the statistics satisfied, of course, position about the state of affairs during Buhari time. 133 million persons were poverty-stricken Nigerians. And of course, uh, you know what that means. If 133 million Nigerians were seems to be below poverty line, now what has happened today? It means the situation has spiraled out of control. More persons, more households, more families, more personalities, more Nigerians have been impoverished. And quite unfortunate with this level of economic mishaps, where people preferred the dispensation of Buhari 8 years, of course, than Tinubu's just 1 year in office, has brought so much pain, agony, woes, and of course, unfortunate death to the population of the Nigerian uh, people. And this have informed some positions or opinions that the only way to call the attention of the president, or perhaps to protest against misgovernance and irresponsibility on the part of the political class, and precisely under the watch of Ahmed Bola Tinubu, His Excellency, as a way of addressing or calling his attention, or of course reprimanding this administration over their failed policies and of course economic woes that have befallen the Nigerian state. And this is getting more interesting that P2B has been fingered finally as the mastermind behind this planned protest. You begin to ask, is P2B the one, of course, suffering the brunt of this economic mishaps? P2B is a well celebrated and, of course, established fellow, and who ideology and the principles are governed, of course, by the rule of law and what he believes uh, for the welfare of humanity. But then he has been misunderstood, perhaps. His constant criticism against this state, against perhaps this administration, may have earned him such, of course, hostility on the part of the spokespersons or uh, media handlers of Ahmed Bola Tinubu, that he is the one inciting this protest against Ahmed Bola Tinubu after he lost, of course, during the last presidential election, and the legal process, very rigorous legal process, which saw him, of course, losing woefully, according to the position of the judges presiding over the case. Could this be a conspiracy? Could it be a way of tarnishing the image of Peter Obi, and of course destroying his political career within the Nigerian state? If there could be anything called Nigeria, because with the system of things, if this protest is not well managed, well, it might lead to breakdown of law and order. But considering the fact that what is the position of the people, what they are protesting, is it the right of the people to protest? Is it their fundamental right to express themselves by way of protesting, provided it is done within the ambits of the law? Of course, one of the TikToker who was calling for the protest has been arrested, is now under DSS of security, of course, operatives' webs. Why are people afraid of protests? Ahmed Bola Tinubu was known to have been one of those, of course, activists in his own time when he believed that the rule of law and the democratic process must be upheld, and the fundamental right of the people must be respected, regardless of whatever government is, whether it's military or democratic process. The same Tinubu now, of course, is phobia about the upcoming or slated protests. What would this mean, of course, to an average Nigerian who may want to express themselves and, of course, call for the attention of the government to address the myriad of problems bedeviling the Nigerian state? This is about people, of course, survival is about the survival of the masses. As you kindly join us once again, we welcome you to this exciting moment. Kindly hit the like button. Just hit the like button, share this. Of course, let others get to join us because this is one of the most interesting moments here today. We are to discuss and analyze the implication of these moves. There have been threats coming from the security operative to declare anyone protesting or calling for protest as an act of criminality against the state. You can imagine where, of course, we are today. In a democratic setting, people are being described as criminals who are just expressing themselves and calling the attention of the government to do what is needful because people and families and households, families are dying in abject poverty, penury. I mean, the survival of the fittest becomes the order of the day. Can you hit the buttons while we continue? Of course, let's see how far we can go. Hit the like buttons as others get to join us. Of course, it's becoming more interesting. The heat is building up. The momentum is getting, of course, uh, magnified. The magnitude of the momentum is not what we can ascertain at this time. The waves of the heat of the wave, of course, is blowing across the entire region of this country. Some said they are not part of the protest. Some said we must protest. Of course, it is the only opportunity we have to correct the anomalies and mishaps, of course, abuse of power by the political class, and of course, the misuse of the same privileges and abuse to the fundamental right of the people. We are going to sample the opinions of persons and people regarding this development. Why should the government be afraid of the protest? Perhaps does it have, of course, the potential of scuttling or dislodging those within the corridor of power? But only time we learn, we have learned lessons from what transpired in Kenya, the insistence and persistence of the Kenyan citizens. Of course, yielded result, though many lives were lost, but they remain undeterred, unwavering, making their positions very clear and well articulated and spelled out that unless the government, of course, of Uruto, of course, attended to them, they are not going to back down. Could it be a repeat of what is about to happen here in Nigeria today? Good morning, sir. It's a pleasure welcoming you. Good, mo- Good day. It's a pleasure welcoming you.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, we are live, and the world is watching us across Europe, America, and of course, all parts of the world are tuned in up to this channel called Web TV, where we bring the unbiased reportage of events. Keeping it real has been a commitment and unbiased. Of course, we saw what is happening today. What is your general perspective about the state of affairs? Poverty has taken population of Nigeria, and what do you think, of course, would have led to this?
Uh, Poverty has taken over. Hungry. There is no food, shortage of food, and the main cause of it is that it's bad leadership. That is bad leadership. They are saying that because of insecurity in the north, that is causing the food shortage. I don't believe like that. If there is insecurity in the north, why the southerners can't go into mechanized farming? Why are they bringing food from far north to the south? The problem we have is that all the governors in the south, they are just sleeping. They're supposed to have a big farm, a big farm settlement. like Awolowo, there was farm settlement before. They should revive the farm settlement so that we can produce enough food. Within 3 months, we can produce tomatoes. Eh? We can produce vegetables. But all of us here in the south, we are waiting for the north. So because they are saying that because of transportation, so the landed cost of food in the south is so high. So the only solution is that for our governors here to encourage agriculture. With that, look at Ebonyi, Abakaliki. Abakaliki can produce enough rice for this country. I wonder what the governor is doing there. So it's to encourage the youth to go into mechanized farming so that we too can produce enough food. Just imagine where rain no dey fall all the time is where they are bringing food to us. In the south, the rain is falling at the expected time. So we suppose to produce food for ourselves. Look at the southeast. They have in the olden days, they have the best plantation, oil palm plantation. Eh? Look at southwest, they have cocoa, but nothing like that again. So the best is for the governors in the south to cultivate agriculture mechanized one.
Now, you said that the North produces food, and today the North are crying of poverty. The most impoverished region today, or hunger-stricken region, is the northern part of the country. And of course, they are muzzling up for the national protest or nationwide protest coming up on the 1st of August, which they believe will address this myriad of problem, or of course a vote of no confidence in administration of Ahmed Bola Tinubu.
Uh, the north doesn't have mouth to talk. Nigeria had their independence in 1960. From 1960 to this one is about 64 years. 64 years. The north ruled for almost 50 years. Eh? Without achieving anything for the north and for the whole country. Where are they shouting now that they want protest? There, most of the leaders that rule Nigeria came from the north, and they ruled for 50 years. I believe that they should allow the Southerners, when Tinubu finish, the Southeast should come and rule. That they should allow South to rule also. The north, without power, they are jittering. Eh? Where Tinubu says Southerners have not even ruled up to 1 year now, I've been over a year now. They are not talking that they wanted to take over. They are sabotaging all effort. What about the almost 50 years they have ruled? What have they done with a lot of resources that Nigeria have generated? 90% of the revenue is from the south. Still, they did not utilize it for the well-being of the individuals. They were empowering themselves. That the youth in the north should go and face their leaders. They are the one who caused it. Tinubu just spent 1 year, and now, by the way, the Southeast have said that they are not part of it. Onaeze Ndigbo said they are not going to be part of it. The Hausa people said they are not going to be. It's only Fulani people. The agenda is that there is poverty. What of when the Buhari was here, when there was cash scarcity? Cash scarcity, a lot of people died. That is the beginning of the problem. What of when Babangida was there also, when there was this social adjustment program here and there? So I don't believe in their nationwide protests.
Now, what can you say about Tinubu's administration? Have you performed or underperformed? Have you met the expectations of Nigerians by your own assessment?
You see, Tinubu, you can view it from two dimensions, from international dimensions and from the domestic dimensions. From international dimensions, the world powers, the United Nations, they are saying that the IMF, they say that is performing that where the monetary and physical policies that they were okay. But internally, it's not, we are feeling the bad effects of his policies. For instance, now, unification of foreign exchange has created a lot of problems. The removal of subsidy has created a lot of problems. So He has to return back and return the subsidy back because the cost of he has forgotten that petrol, the demand for petrol is inelastic. We don't have any alternative for it. Everybody will buy will use the petrol one way or the other. So he has to restore back because of the multiplier effect. When you increase the petrol, those people that are carrying foods, that are carrying goods, will increase the price also. So the best thing is to look at the two options that's affecting the common man. Eh? Then number three issue, I've never seen a situation where the bureau de change is legalized in this country. Go to the advanced country, you will see the bureau de change at the airport. But here, every town in Nigeria now they have bureau de change. The CBN is using our currency and giving to the bureau de change, which is wrong. So that to stabilize the exchange rate. So it needs to go back to the drawing board because so that the two things that is affecting Nigeria, you need to address those areas, which is very, very important.
What's your what are your perspective about the insecurity rocking the entire country? 18 plus was killed yesterday in Benue State, and this had become recurrent decimal. And you said that Fulanis are protesting. People have accused Fulanis, militias, and headers being responsible of this calamity, the killings of indigenous people of Nigeria. And yet, where are the security operatives who are charged with the responsibility of protecting life and property?
The insecurity in Nigeria started when Buhari was saying that if he did not win, there will be a problem in this country. And now they cannot handle it again. So it's beyond their reach to handle. But I believe the solution to this insecurity is to have state police. If we have state police, then the governors will know who in their area. They'll be able to control the security of that their area. So I believe that is the only solution because those people, the Fulani people, have been empowered because during the Buhari era, they believe that if you arrest them, they will release them. So that's the only thing. But let's have a state police. If you have a state police, it will reduce it. It will not only eliminate it, but it can reduce it to the barest minimum. Look at the south. There was insecurity, but it was not so alarming at the rate in the north. It's only in the north being created by the Fulanis. And the problem is that they should create a ranch. They should establish a ranches for the north. Then we should forget about the old system where you take animals from one place and trek over 500 kilometers. Even the nutrients from the cow will not be there again. They should establish ranches in the north so that they will not move from one place and destroy the farmers.
Ministry of Livestock Ministry development have been launched, established by Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Some are opposing it, but to the Fulanis and Mileti Allah is a welcome development. What is your own perspective regarding this?
Yes, to me it's a welcome development. Anything that will bring peace, anything that will stop the humanization of human being by slaughtering human beings like cow, I will accept it. The Ministry of Livestock will now face their challenges, resolve their problem. We establish a ranches for them. We employ a veterinary doctor for them. Then we establish schools for them along the ranches so that we don't be moving from one place to the other. So it's better for the ministry to be on ground to start running. So I am in totally support.
Now, before you leave, P2B, Pat Utomi, Professor Pat Utomi has been accused for being behind this protest, nationwide planned protest, that they are the ones sponsoring it. What is your position regarding that?
They have been accused because of their utterances. I believe that Peter Obi and Utomi, they are leaders in this country. They should know what to talk because they have a large followers which they cannot control. So if you have a large followers that you cannot control, some of them can put them to problem. So I will have asked Peter Obi and Pat Utomi to come out and say that no, they were not in support of what's going to happen in August first because it will be out of control. Hoodlums will take control of it, we hijack it. A lot of people will miscreants will hijack it. So the person is to come out and tell them that to exercise patience. In a democracy, they should wait for the next 4 years and use their voting power to remove any government they don't like.
Now, is it a crime under Nigerian constitution for the citizens to protest against any government?
No, it's not. If you have a non-violent protest, it's okay. But the protests we have been witnessing in Nigeria has been hijacked. The history have shown that it's been hijacked by different set of people, miscreants, thugs here and there. You see armed robbers, they will take gun. So they will rob some people. You see, they will rob some people. They will go and steal. They will go and do that. So that's why I said that peaceful protest is the best. But they should exercise patience, or else it will be hijacked by people. There are a lot of hungry people in Nigeria, so they can enter shops. Look what happened the last time.
Okay, you said there are a lot of hungry people in Nigeria,
Yeah.
which may have informed their position, their anger. They want to vex their anger against the state that have made them more hungry than ever imagined.
Yes, what they should have done August first is to go to their state governor. All the governors have contributed a lot to this hunger in this country. Tinubu gave each of the governors 5 billion. What have they done with it? He gave them each state 200 trailers of rice. Nothing. They release grains from the national reserve to the state governors. They are now increasing.
200 trailers of rice.
Yes,
Where did the rice pass from?
we don't know. It's better for the governors to come out. Then apart from that, this increase in allocation since Tinubu has been in place, there's increase 300% increase in the revenue going to the state. What have they? So the masses should go and meet those governors and the state assembly. They should not allow them to work. They should not. So everything they have to start from the bottom. Then those people in Abuja should go to National Assembly. Those are the people that are creating problem for us.
Wow, thank you so much for your wonderful submissions. But do you think that the protest can resolve the nagging issues that needed urgent attention to be addressed?
The protest cannot solve the problem. If they just make them to government to sit tight for a while and then go back. You see, Tinubu, I'm highly disappointed in his government in the sense that he's doing trial and error. What he's doing now is trial and error by putting a lot of by CNG. Is CNG going to be in Kalagu? Is CNG going to be in Suka? Is CNG going to be in Ife? No, he's just wasting money from that, draining the money through the pipes. And what he needs to do is that subsidy, subsidy that will affect the masses. If petrol product is reduced, to all those money should use it to reduce subsidy. All those interventions that is doing, no, he should stop it and concentrate on reducing the petrol to maybe 250 naira per litre or 200. Then the whole Nigerian will benefit. Everybody in this country will benefit from that subsidy.
Both poor and rich.
Yeah, both poor and rich. But you are giving money to some ministers to see what is happening in Ministry of Women's Affairs. You see what happened at Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. You have billions of naira this iPhone. No, you should use that one to use as subsidy. You should use it. Tell Dangote to produce at marginal cost. Tell Port Harcourt refinery to produce at marginal cost, so that will help the citizen. Then the price will come back to 150 naira. If you don't know the meaning of marginal cost, they should come and meet. I will tell them. There should be welfareism in this country. People are really suffering.
Indeed, people are really suffering. Is under that statement. Now, the Senator Ali Ndume have accused the senators and other politicians of being kleptonemia, stealing what they cannot consume and thereby impoverishing the masses, resulting to this state of quagmire we are. What can you say about that?
Don't mind Ali Abe Udume. Don't mind him. You know, if you read the Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves, it was part of the 40 Thieves. Ali Udume is not saying it's because he does not have the much power he's expecting. That's why you see him talking now. It was part of Buhari, where Udume did not come out when we have cash problem in this country, when people were dying. And I was surprised for Ndume to be saying that his daughter was working with is working with CBN Central Bank of Nigeria. Instead of picking the children of those people who voted for him to work in the CBN, he decided to pick his children. After he too is enjoying, he now pick his daughter to work in CBN. You see the level of those people who are leaders. They don't think of others. They only thinking of enriching himself. I don't believe in what he's saying. He just want to play to the gallery. He was part of them. It's only that there's problem in the house, and they were now accusing each other. So I don't believe in what he's saying. I don't believe in. I don't believe in.
Thank you so much. God bless you. We do appreciate you for this wonderful submissions. Yes, SM fans, keeping it real, of course, is passion and drive. To this end, we come your way. You're free to express yourself, of course, through via the comment sections, and let us know what you feel regarding this development. Peter B, of course, has been alleged or accused of treasoning or sponsoring the planned protest that might possibly scuttle the administration of Ahmed Bola Tinubu, owing to the fact that people are suffering, just as the last speaker expressed that he is disappointed over Tinubu's government or approach to governance. And he has failed entirely, of course, people's expectations. Even those who voted for him are regretting, of course, based on the current realities. They, of course, have uh, have been taken aback. They never expected that things would get worse. To them, it was a surprise, but we are trapped in this surprise. And this have informed, of course, the positions of some persons believing that who are part of this suffering, who has been greatly affected. Some persons and families have withdrawn their children from school. People finding it extremely difficult, as the last speaker or analyst submitted, that people are passing very difficult times and finding it almost impossible to fend for themselves and their families. It is quite unfortunate, but these are the realities unfolding, of course, in our times, and the wave or the heat of this planned national protest, of course, is sending some very serious panic to Aso and the political class who are, of course, apprehensive of whatever might be the outcome of this, because definitely it might spiral out of control, and some miscreants, or perhaps you call them miscreants, but they are part of Nigeria, who, of course, have been subjected to such level of uh, dehumanizing tendencies. If Nigerians are working, most of them wouldn't have been miscreants. Most of them are hopeless and jobless. Of course, and the government seems not to have any plan for them in the in short term, even medium term, to address this myriad of problem. Yes, so what's the next analyst to join us in this discussion? It's been an interesting moment. Hit the like buttons as you join us. Don't just be watching. It's part of the rule of engagement. Hit the like buttons, and so, of course, your level of participation that you are hooked up with this program this moment. Kindly hit the like button. Let's just take just 30 seconds to do that. It doesn't take much time to do that, to comply. As a fans, thank you for being part of this broadcast this afternoon. just to get you informed or intimated of the realities happening. To some, of course, they are celebrating, say that if that would be, of course, we are just the middle of problem, or perhaps leads to the balkanization of Nigeria. Some will be happy. Of course, the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government is watching and waiting to see the reactions of Nigerians, whether the act of cowardice could be conquered in the face of these current realities. Will the people be frustrated, or will they, of course, sum up courage to confront what they believe is the nagging issues or the monsters confronting them in this moments of time we found ourselves? Let's continue to watch and see what's transpired. Thank you once again. Uh, the life size said, okay, thank you for being part. Kindly, I expect much of your comments and contributions as we wait for the next analyst to join us. Okay. Sorry, maybe we will start this protest here because of the network glitches consuming our data. Yes, sir. It's a pleasure welcoming you. So, what can you say about the state of affairs within Nigeria today in terms of economy, hunger, and of course, insecurity?
My brother, I will not say much, but first of all, I have to thank you. My name is Mr. Nigeria, but I will tell you that concerning Nigeria today, things are things are not going well. Things are sure Nigeria don't scatter. I will not lie for you, Nigeria don't scatter. But I have to tell you, concerning Nigeria economy today, my brother, it's not funny. It's not funny anymore. It's not funny anymore concerning Nigeria economy today. Today, concerning, okay, let us say a man cannot able to feed him family. A man cannot let 1 meal for a family. He will spend up to 5,000 naira with your 3 children and your wife and you. Nigeria issue is short. I don't know the object to use to qualify it. It's only God can only help us. God, Tinubu have destroyed this country. I will not lie for you. Tinubu have destroyed this country. Yeah.
Now, Labour has approved have reached a compromise with the federal government,
Yeah.
70,000.
Yeah.
What is 70,000 to an average worker today?
My brother, I will not lie for you. 70,000 will not go anywhere. 70,000 will not go anywhere as a minimum wage. Okay, if they are paying you 70,000 naira in anywhere, company or a state, can you use 70,000 naira to feed your family within a month? No. Okay, in a day, in a day, your family may eat 2 times in a day. That's 10,000 naira. How many times can that 70,000 naira consume in a month before they pay you another 70,000 naira, my brother? That 70,000 naira is not anywhere concerning how the situation of Nigeria is now. So
Nigerians are angry and, of course, saying that they are going to troop on the street, on the 1st of August to protest against hardship, hunger, and bad governance. So, what are your perspective about that?
yes, my brother, I support of that. I support of that because nowadays you will see a man will dress up without 50 kobo, without eating a food for a day, looking for a job. There's no job. Okay, if they are paying you, the money cannot even reach anywhere. So why can't you come out and protest? That day, all of us in Nigeria, I'm calling anybody everybody, all Nigerian citizens to come out and protest, especially youth. Youth, everybody should come out and protest on that day. I'm support of that.
The fever of the protest is hitting Aso Rock and the government offices. They are afraid that, of course, anarchy might loom. The people might hijack that protest and eventually destabilize the government.
That day,
Did you see the possibility of that?
that day, nothing will happen by the grace of God. Nothing will happen, and we are not going to destroy. We are going to tell the world to know what is going on in Nigeria. You understand me? That we are dying. We are dying in hunger. We are not going to destroy any government property. We are not going to destroy anybody. We are not going to harm anybody. We youth, we are going to come out in mass and protest and tell the world, United Nations, that we are dying in hunger in Nigeria. Yeah.
The federal government have accused P2B, Pat Utomi, of sponsoring this protest and have committed treason against Nigeria government and possibly might be, of course, in the web of security operatives.
About anybody that is accusing P2B is wasting is the enemy of Nigeria. Which let me use this opportunity to tell Mr. President Tinubu, please, those that you make a minister and special advisors, they are your enemy. They have destroyed Nigeria. They have killed this country. You understand? They are the one causing this hardship in this country. And if you that is P2B or others, my brother, I will tell you the fact. Nothing concern P2B. Anybody wey dey accuse P2B dey waste his time. So P2B is an innocent man concerning this issue.
They say his obedience movement is behind this protest, as well slated for 1st of August.
For example, I'm not a P2B supporter, and I'm not a PDP supporter. I'm not a APC supporter. But as Nigeria is now, whether you support anybody or not, hunger doesn't care whether you are P2B supporter or not. My brother, it's not P2B supporters, it's Nigerians, it's youth that are calling for this issue of protest. So nobody should accuse P2B. P2B is an innocent man in this issue. Anybody that accuses P2B is a devil incarnate as a human being. So P2B is an innocent man. So that is it.
Utomi is an innocent man.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
some Igbos have said they are not part of this country, Nigeria, and they won't participate. As an Igbo man, what is your perspective about that?
Well, everybody have their own opinion. Yes, Igbo man may say they don't want to be a part of this protest. Yes, I support of that. It's not a must that me and you will stay together. If I say I don't want to stay with you or I don't want to partake in anything you are doing, it's not a bad thing. If you force me to partake or stay with you, devil is better than you. I'll put it that way. So the best thing, if Igbo man say they are not going to partake on this protest, they have their own opinion to say. You understand me? So, but me, as an Igbo man living in Abuja, I will tell you that I will partake in this protest because my children have to eat. Yeah? My children have to eat. But I support any Igbo man that say that he or she will not protest on this, he will not partake on this issue. Yeah, I support him. Yeah, but me, I will participate. Come that day.
Thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
Mr. Nigeria, he said he is Mr. Nigeria, but Nigeria indeed is not working. Owing the fact that Tinubu has destroyed the country. These are, of course, opinions expressed on the street. People who are feeling the heat of these economic mishaps, poverty has taken population. Of course, it's not funny anyway. It is not a laughing stock. People are trapped. Some are committing suicide, taking their lives. I mean, some are in deep depression and having no one to, of course, to help them and assist them. It is very disturbing, honestly, in a country that is populated, such as Nigeria, but unfortunately, wallowing in deep abject poverty. You see, some have expressed their concerns and opinions that they could participate in this uh, protest coming, and not just because they want to instill violence, but they want to participate in the process of engineering good democratic process. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
It's a pleasure welcoming you here this afternoon. We are discussing about the nagging issues in Nigeria today. What can you say about the state of economy and the insecurity under Tinubu's administration?
Well, uh, I will not say much, but the fact is that Nigerians are hungry, and a hungry man is an angry man, and he can do anything. So the worst thing you will ever deny a man is when you deny him access to have something to put for his belly to eat. I think you have killed that person. Nigeria have come to the zero level that even people are falling down and dying on the street. You see? So the thing is that I believe that government should wake up now before this thing run out of their hand. Before it run out of their hand, they should wake up because people are hungry. So a hungry man don't know whether you want to kill him or not. He will come out to go and hustle for his last meal, either to eat and die or to eat or remain. So that is it. So if I should say, if there is any possible means for them to open borders or make sure that this food get to people, let them do it. That is my own opinion on that.
Oh, no, I felt bad when you said the worst thing you can do for a man is to deny him access to food. And this is the state of Nigeria today. Now, the government of Ahmed Bola Tinubu has accused P2B and Professor Pat Utomi of sponsoring this protest. And they should be arrested any moment from now. Your take on this?
The fact is this: I can categorically say that government is guessing, because if you accuse a man, you got to bring clear evidence that this thing you are saying is truth. Because I believe that when you say that protest, I think once upon a time we have the current president now. They mobilize people during Jonathan, and they organize a protest. I think at Ojota.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. And Jonathan didn't arrest anybody. He didn't go after anybody. He take it as one of those things that it is your right. As we are in democracy, everybody have right to voice out what is his or her own problem. So I believe going after P2B or Utomi to go and arrest them, I think it will worsen whatsoever. It will even make their supporters to stand up and begin to say why, and they can resort to another thing. So it's not good for you to fight a man or begin to fight something when the thing have never even started. Some people can say that protests will come. If you know that what you are doing is right, you keep quiet and be watching till the protests come. When the now protests come, you will now investigate and know why. What is the cause of this protest? What is their own demand? That is what my take on that.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Finally, Sheikh Gumi from the north said he is going to support and mobilize people for this protest. You understand who Sheikh Gumi is? What is your perspective regarding that? That the north are the most hit in terms of poverty and hunger.
The fact is that if the North claim that they are the most hit in terms of poverty and hunger, but I believe that they are in terms of governance of Nigeria, they are the highest that govern this nation. And that's why I say that in a family, it's not good for you to have money and ignore your junior ones. If you ignore your junior ones, they will rise against you one day. And that is exactly what is happening in Nigeria. Eh? In Nigeria, the mineral resources in Nigeria did not circulate around. It's supposed to circulate around. And some people have it, some did not have anything. So that is why now those that did not have are rising up, trying to consume those that have. You see? So if they say they are the most poverty in Nigeria, I don't know the area they are talking, because is it nobody give them chance to govern the country or to use countries. They are the one that use countries' wealth mostly to better for themselves. So, and even if I should say, the people that I can say that they have subject so much is the Southeast people. They are not complaining. They are not complaining. So they are looking at people and facing their business. They are not complaining.
And yes, the southeastern people, precisely the Igbos, said they are not part of this protest. That they should go to hell with their protest. What they are after is Biafra. Your perspective on that?
Well, I can say because of the marginalization, which they have marginalized them for so long, and that's why they are chatting for that they will should go for Biafra. But I believe that if they can do everything equal, give everybody his right in this nation, I believe that everything will come to normalization. So, but the fact is that the Igbos had been subdued to zero level. They are surviving by their own self effort, not by government effort, not by Nigerian economy. That's why if you go outside, you see most every part of the world, you see Igbos. They are fighting to survive. I believe that the mineral resources that God, when you are talking about Nigeria, Nigeria is the country, the land that God said this is the land that flow with milk and honey, not even Israel. We have everything it takes to put a food on everybody's table. But it's unfortunate that there is a place I read in the Bible. It says Babylon is blessed with golden cup and filled with drunkard people. So I begin to look whether is this our country, Nigeria, because the kind of people I am seeing here, the way we are managing the resources that God has given to us, in fact, is alarming. Eh? By right, I don't see the reason why the past leader started begin to borrow money up and down. When Obasanjo was in power, Obasanjo paid off all our foreign debt. He paid it off. Some people say Obasanjo is not good, Obasanjo is not good. But Obasanjo, I don't know the person that initiated the initiation of GSM, maybe Abacha. But Obasanjo was the man that brought it to light. That today, me and you is using, even the Akara woman can be using GSM. I'm not campaigning for him. But at least, it's not good for you to become a leader and eat everything. You give us a little. Most of them, why is it people are looking for job to do? Many of them that loot this country supposed to use the money to build companies here, build refineries here, so that the Nigerians will be working here and will be enjoying part of the money. Nobody will be finding a way to go to overseas or whatever, and they're insulting our people anywhere they go, making mockery of them. So I believe now they came here, they use here as a dumping ground. They came here and loot and go to any part of the world and build. So that is it. So the fact is that, my brother, what I'm seeing now is like a time bomb. The youths are angry. People are angry. So government should wake up. I don't care whether Tinubu is in power, should wake up. I know that he's trying to do one or two things, but he should wake up and address, first of all, food on the poor man's table. The kind of address of food on poor man's table is not this type that they call one NGO, or call some people say go and share them. They will mess it up. Even our land is so fertile that anything you plant, according to Rochas Okorocha, he said Nigeria is so blessed that even a seed of corn drop on top of a zinc, it will germinate. So Nigeria is so blessed that we have fertile land here, that we can produce food on our own. Why can't you empower farmers? Give them free fertilizer. Even these same people are saying you serving, after you finish school, you go for youth service and spend 1 year and to serve the nation. Where are they going to spend that 1 year? Some are looking at oil company. So why can't you create a big, larger farm? The kind of hungry in Nigeria is more than the individual will take hold. And you say, go to farm. Do mechanized farming. Eh? Bring tractors, bring everything. Eh? In short, declare state of emergency on farming. Create large lands and push money into farming. All these youth service will be serving inside the farm. They will serve there and producing food. Then you bring storage machines. Eh? Not when tomato come out, it will just rain and finish immediately. This is, then another thing is this. They say, what about security? What about security? Well, security is that you have to. I don't know what the soldiers are doing. They are just going on. The soldiers should be the one guiding those farms, changing shift. Because why I'm saying this belly we are seeing, eh? If you are hungry, you cannot remember anything. So, first of all, you must feed before you can do anything. So they should declare national emergency on food. First of all, look at, if you go to market now, a derica of rice is how much? 1,000 plus. Gari is how much? A pint of gari is going 3,000 to 4,000.
4,000.
Is it how it's supposed to be? Even though the minimum wage are saying 70,000 or whatever, just a man that have
It's a chicken chain.
a man that have 2 or 3 children, it can only last for 1 week. It will finish.
You're right.
So what are they trying to do? They are creating avenue for crime, for people to go and commit crime, because people might not like to commit crime if they see food to eat. They will just relax and they work hard. But when there is nothing to eat, no man can stand and look at his children being hungry and he stood there without planning to do one thing or the other, either negative or positive. He doesn't care, but to provide food for his children. No man can stand it. So that is it. That's my take on that.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless you for your wonderful submissions. Your name, sir?
My name is Mike.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mike. God bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you for these wonderful submissions. Yes, these are very educative interactions here. And you can see the sincerity of course, the Nigerians and the individuals who have commented on this. We have another analyst, of course, a philanthropist, and of course, a business guru. He has trained so much persons and helped them to survive this economy. Good morning, sir. It's a pleasure having you here today.
Good morning.
So, what can you say about the state of the nation, the economy of this country, and insecurity?
The country is facing a very hard, is facing challenges, mostly security and the economy. Like as I said it, I have some of my friends during the election time, they were supporting APC. Most of them, they came to me that they made a mistake, that they don't know that Tinubu administration will be like this. I just asked them that I will support Tinubu to win 2027. They said no. They said God forbid. The standard of living in Nigeria is very bad. It's very bad.
How are people surviving this? Like as the last speaker said, he said the worst thing you can do to a man is to deny him food. So, what exactly is the way forward?
The way forward is that this government must solve the problem of insecurity, because I learned that in North, people are no more going to farm because the problem of insecurity, if the government cannot be able to tackle it, the country will be passing so many challenges. So to me, that problem of insecurity, the government has to tackle it.
Unfortunately, the chief of defense staff have said that military are not magicians. They can't be everywhere, which means they can't guarantee the safety of Nigerians, regardless of wherever they reside. And now there is a looming protest, national protest, of course, coming on the 1st of August. P2B have been accused, Party Utomi have been accused of being behind the sponsors. Your take on this?
My brother, this hardship in the country is not on one-sided. Everybody is facing challenges. Both APC supporters, both Labour Party supporters. He say everybody, all of us go to the same market and buy foods. So Nigerians are complaining. Somebody should not say is this party, Labour Party or P2B is calling out this thing. We are passing. The government is passing. The government is passing challenges. What the government should do is to find the solution. They are beating. They are going wrong by mentioning P2B. P2B is not inviting me. That as I said it, APC supporters, they are my friends. They are saying that the government is bad. They don't know that this is the way this government. They thought that Tinubu will transform the country. Everybody is not happy. Everybody is not happy. So that is it. They should not blame P2B or Labour Party. All of us go to the same market and buy food. Look at now the price of rice is on the high side. The beans is on the high side. So it's affecting everybody. The government should find the lasting solution to this. It's not by sending one truck of food to states. It can't make any impact. It cannot make any impact. They should make sure that they find solution. The problem of insecurity and the challenges that is facing the country.
Thank you so much, sir, for being part of this program today.
Yeah, thank you.
I do appreciate. Thank you once again. You've heard it loud and clear. What else could you expect, of course, on the streets of Nigeria? You have heard it direct, of course, unbiased reportage of events has been our greatest passion and commitment, bearing the minds of people and allowing them opportunity to express themselves. And perhaps the government could also borrow a lead from this very rich and experienced suggestions on the street. You can see that most of those government advisors are not even well informed and knowledgeable in terms of how to address the millions of problems bedeviling Nigerians. But you can get it, of course, by tuning in here in Wave TV. Send this program to them. Share this video, let it go viral. You see, common men on the streets are providing solutions that have defied this administration. They are lost or confused, not knowing, of course, the next step to take. And of course, disaster is looming. When critical issues are left untouched, you are just buying time for disaster to engulf the entire sphere, just as the last speaker or the second to the last speaker said that the greatest thing crime you can, of course, perpetrate is to deny a man access to food and make life unbearable for him to provide for his family. Just as he said, 70,000 cannot be enough for family of three upkeep, and that is the truth. It's not enough for 7 days. What is you are unless you are managing? That is the state of affair. Take 70,000 to the market. You can't even buy. You can't even buy anything that can sustain you for 5 days, let alone a week. A week is 7 days. It won't be enough. What can you buy? A delica of beans is 2005, 2007. Now, how many delica will you buy? Let alone other essential commodities. You can see we are in the state of emergency already. And when the impoverished masses are hungry, you know that is a time bomb. And we are sitting on a time bomb as the analysts have submitted. If you are not with us, you may definitely be against us. If up to now, of course, you have not hit the like button, share this video to as much as many platforms you can. Of course, share it to if you have access to the National Assembly, to the presidency, of course, to those cabinets of this administration. Let them know the impulse of the masses. These are refined suggestions and opinions without any biasness or any prejudice to issues of concern bordering on the Nigerian masses. They have made themselves very clear and they have provided, of course, very robust solutions to this problem. But unfortunately, is that the government and its advisors might not uh, buy into these ideas. These are well informed and reformed ideas that could have transformed this country. Thank you once again for being part of this discussion. Of course, for everything there is an end. We are coming to the end of today's show. Thank you for being part of this discussion. Wishing you the best of the week ahead is Chigozie Ndebo. Bye for now and good night.